Hi, I'm Lucas, and today I'm gonna review for you this amazing follow focus. This is the brand new Fotga DP500 III. Maybe you remember my review from the predecessor of this follow focus, which is the DP500 IIS, which is also an amazing follow focus, and we will compare these two in a minute, but for now let's have a look at the new DP500 III. It ships in this very nice box, and on the back of the box we have some sort of manual on how to use this follow focus, and on the accessories that are either included into this box or that we can buy separately. And we also have some sort of preview of all the other products that Fotga sells at the moment. I really like this rig. They even have an EVF. What's really amazing about this follow focus is that Fotga somehow managed to make it look almost the same as before, but still changed nearly everything. So visually, the biggest difference may be the knob as a total. And the first thing that we notice is that this is not plain aluminum anymore, the part where we grab at. It's now with a rubber band, so you have a much better grip from this follow focus. It's still the same big ass size that we had before, so you have a really good grip. The second thing that we may notice is the discs around the hard stops. So before they were just plainly black, very bit boring. Now we have these in two different shades of gray. The marking disc is still removable, still attaches through magnets. This is a replacement part. You can buy them separately if you break it or something, and removing it is very great for cleaning. I already showed it. We still have, of course, the hard stop. So we have one here and one here. We can just, you know, it screws, you screw it tight, then it's on. And then we can like get a little range for pulling focus as usual with hard stops. Of course, again, just as before, the base for the hard stops, this part here, can be changed too. So for example, if you're on a tripod or on the shoulder rig, you can set this to your convenience so you can actually see where you made your markings on the disc. You can just change it again with this screw. Just as before, we can remove the gears from the follow focus, and for our convenience there are two others like shipped with the follow focus. So we have a very big one and we have a smaller one and the normal one. So with the different sizes of these gears you can directly influence the throw of the follow focus. For now I had the gear attached to the front of the follow focus, but of course we can also attach it to the back. One of the really special features of these follow focuses is the dampening mechanism that we have underneath the gearbox. So here's this little blue screw, and when we screw this loose, the follow focus will turn much easier. So you can nearly breathe against it to turn it. Or if you like it a bit more stiff, you can also tighten it down and have a more stiff, a more forcefully movement. Still very light, but you can influence it directly with the screw underneath. And just as before, of course, we have the quick release, which is one of my favorite features of this follow focus, because we can conveniently remove or place the follow focus as we like or as we need it. And this without removing a mat box or handles on top of the rig. We can just like click it in here, screw it tight, and then we're set. Pretty cool. Of course, we have a standard accessory port inside the knob, and there we can place whips or, for example, a speed crank, which is also shipped with this follow focus together. Pretty neat. Can just click it in here and speed crank all the way. And just as before, no play. Heaven. So at this point we were finished with the feature set of the DP500 IIS, not so much with the DP500 III, because we still have some nice accessories. So at first we have this, which is pretty interesting. This is an adapter for 19mm rod systems. When you have, for example, a studio location or a studio camera or another big camera, you can just hook this on top of here, and then you have a quick release system for your 19mm rod system. I cannot show it to you because I don't own a 19mm rod system, but still you have it in there, which is pretty neatly inside the package, which is pretty cool. For the same use, we have this little thing. This is an extension arm, which is pretty neat, that we can just screw where we would place our normal gears and can screw it tight here. Then we have this little lever here, and then we can pull the focus from a bigger distance. And of course we can switch the gears on here to the big one or the smaller one. Also can place it on the other side. I don't know yet where I will use this thing, but I think it's very conveniently that it is placed inside the package, and this really adds to the value of this follow focus, because you have a fully featured studio quality-like follow focus beast. So here we have now the DP500 IIS, and here's the DP3. And they look very similar at first glance, as I said before. And the first thing that you can notice maybe from this perspective is that this blue screw here is a bit different. Maybe now you can also see the knobs here a bit better. We have the rubber here on this knob and the aluminum in this one. So the gearbox is different and the new one, as you can see. And also the mechanism for the gears to attach. So the rosette mount for the old one was a bit small and flimsy, and the new one is a bit bigger, a bit broader, which I actually prefer. On the older models, we have this opening here around the back of the knob that is closed on the newer follow focus. Completely moved in. The DP500 III gets a little bit closer to your lens, and on the same way, when we fully move it out, it gets a little bit further away. Even the holder that mounts to the gearbox is different than before. And it's even a bit ridiculous, but even the blue screws on the back are different. I think the biggest difference between these two follow focus is the force you need to actually pull the focus. So on the old model, you really have to grab the knob to turn it. And I think this may be because this one is a bit older and the grease got a bit harder because it was not that hard in the beginning. However, on the new one, if you turn it, you really don't need that much force. Of course, you can damp down both, but fully damp down, this one is a lot stiffer than this one. When I first got the DP500 IIS, I really liked its build quality because, especially for the price point, you get a really rigid, great build follow focus. And the thing is, I actually even liked it more with the DP500 III because this is even, it just feels a bit better. It's like the little things, of course, like the rubberized knob, and that you don't have this hole on the back of the knob for the DP500 III, and still it feels very solid. It just feels like a bit more expensive, more of the premium version of this follow focus. Another difference is the weight, because the DP500 IIS is a bit heavier than the new one, which I like because this is great for the packaging weight and in the end for my back. And still, it's so sturdy and so well built that I easily could hammer someone's head in with it. Very neat. Now a conclusion. Well, I think if you already have this follow focus and you're happy with it, you don't need the new follow focus because the new features are nice, but it's not a necessity. Of course, I didn't heard that good things about the cheaper Fotga follow focuses, but if you have this one, you don't need the new one. However, if you're in the market for a new follow focus, I'd definitely consider this one because it just feels a bit better. I mean, this is a great follow focus, and if you have it, just keep it. But if you need a new one, I'd really recommend this one. It's just a bit more convenient and has just a tiny bit of premium that I really like from Fotga products. So now I wanted to show you some sample footage of this follow focus. However, I don't feel like it makes too much sense to show you sample footage of a follow focus because you cannot judge how well this thing operates by watching sample footage from the thing. Also, I'm a bit short on time because I'm going to move. Maybe you noticed the boxes behind me and the bit more reverb that I have in my room right now. The reason being is because I'm going to move to a new apartment next week. I'm moving in with my girlfriend. I lived in this apartment for the last 5.5 years and I really enjoyed it, and will miss the times. But life goes on, and we got a new nice little apartment, and the next time we see each other, I will talk to you from there. So for now, I'm a bit living from boxes, so it's just wanted to show you the new follow focus. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I desperately hope to see you again in the new location where I'm at then, when I set up everything and get a bit used to the new environment. And as a little teaser, a little appetizer for what's to come is I have this little other box from Fotga here, and this bad boy really wants to go out a bit. So hopefully we will see you again with this little thing. And so long, I see you next time, and bye.